Wayamba, the northwestern province of Sri Lanka, is a region blessed with a rich ancient heritage and a magnificent present. Kurunegala, the principal city of Wayamba, can be reached through three main roads from Colombo, the commercial capital of Sri Lanka, via Alawa, Giriulla and Negombo. Wayamba consists of an urban environment as well as a soul-soothing rural atmosphere. The heritage of Wayamba extends far back into the past, a prehistoric era which is over 5,000 years old. The human bones and ash discovered at Kondadenia and Pomparippu provide evidence of human habitation in the prehistoric era. The first kingdom that came within Wayamba was Polonnaruwa. Prior to the establishment of the kingdom of Polonnaruwa by King Parakramabahu I in the 12th century, the southern region was ruled with Polonnaruwa as the seat of government. This is the site of King Parakramabahu's palace, situated along the Chilau-Variapola road. The ruins here indicate that toilet facilities had been located inside the palace itself. Buildings were set aside as the quarters of the queens, water ponds, moats around the palace, and the protective walls. Dambulla, located on the Kurunegala-Giriulla road, is yet another kingdom that belonged to Wayamba. 5 kings who reigned from 1220 to 1292 AD made this mountain top of Dambulla the center of their rule. Although they made a mountainous region their kingdom for reasons of defense, it did not lack comeliness. Yapahua was yet another kingdom that was established in the 13th century, at the time the kingdom of Dambulla flourished. Yapahua, which is yet another rock fortress of ancient Sri Lanka, was built to defend the kingdom against foreign invasion, but it is replete with many artistic creations. Strange animal figures, rare female guardian figures, palace gates, decorated with impressive carvings, lion figures of high aesthetic quality. All these have been clear testimony to the artistic tastes of ancient kings and the independent creativity of Sri Lankan artists. The current principal city of the Wayamba province is yet another ancient kingdom. 4 kings who reigned from 1293 to 1347 AD made Kurunegala, Asti Shailapura, their kingdom. The ruins of the temple of the tooth relic at that time and the remains of the Gajasingha figure can still be seen. This Kurunegala stone inscription, which speaks of a grant made to a Buddhist monastery, is a remarkable instance of the origin of the Sinhala language and the art of writing thousands of years ago. Rock inscriptions, as well as inscriptions carved on stone pillars, are part of the heritage of Wayamba. This stone pillar, located at the site of Bodhi Rukkarama at Malagane, dates back to the 9th and 10th centuries. This stone pillar inscription is describes the grants made by a king of Anuradhapura to an institution of religious education, a pirivena. This rock inscription contains the world's first military pact. This is found on a stone slab in the premises of the Sangama Vihara. The inscription contains details of a military pact Parakramabahu I entered into with King Gajabha II. The forest hermitage at Arankale was the residence of forest monks and arahats, including Arahat Malayadeva. This hot water room, where the monks bathed, is one of the rarest sights in the world. Urinal and toilet facilities for sanitary well-being are found here. Pools for bathing and cubicles where robes could be prepared had also been constructed here. The ruins of meditation cells, which were cooled with flowing water, are seen at this site. Among them are the remnants of a guest house where guests could stay comfortably. This Arankale Forest Hermitage, which is about 1,000 years old, is an exquisite construction which ensured physical and mental health. This place, belonging to the days of the Anuradhapura kingdom, is a forest hermitage, complete with all the essential adjuncts. The Hattikuchi Monastery, located in the vicinity of Rajangana on the Anuradhapura Galgamur Road, is a site of special significance. The Hattikuchi Monastery is considered to be the site where the extremely righteous ruler king Sirisangabo is supposed to have gifted his head, severing it from his body with his own hands. Site at which the torso of King Sirisangabo was cremated after he donated his head is held in high reverence. Many people visit this monastery because of its religious significance and its environmental beauty. The archaeological museum at this site broadens the visitor's knowledge. Rest houses and other facilities are provided here for the convenience of visitors by the Wayamba Development Authority. The statue at Rasvehara, which is similar to the Buddha statue at Aukana, is yet another prestigious inheritance of Wayamba. This statue, considered to have been erected around the 5th century, is thought to be a creation in Mathura style. Bodhi Ghara, a protective structure around a bo tree, is the highest adoration a bo tree can receive. The Nilakkagama Bodhi Ghara is the only well-preserved structure of its kind. Cave monasteries built inside caves, found inside impressive rocks, are yet another heritage of the Wayamba province. Nagolla Vihara. This is the ancient temple of Nagolla Kurunegala. Not only bronze statues, but even rare golden statues can be seen inside the temple. You come upon Kabalalena when you turn from the Kurunegala Siambalangamua Road. Rock caves with drip ledges containing statues in various postures and positions, stone inscriptions, and the ruins of stupas can be seen in the premises of the Kabalalena temple. The Athkanda Temple, Pansya Panas Jataka Katha, which is the greatest work in Sinhala literature, was translated into Sinhala in the premises of this temple. Over and above cave temples, there are many ancient temples all over Wayamba. The Kasagala Rajamaha Royal Temple is one of them. The Paramakanda Temple, situated in the vicinity of Thonigala, Anamadua, belongs to the Anuradhapura period. This temple possesses a shrine room for the Buddha inside caves with drip ledgers. When you look at the environment atop the rock on which the Paramakanda temple is situated, you can obtain a breathtaking view. Riddhi Vihara is situated in the village of Ridhigama on the Kurunegala Rambadagalla road. The monastery is so old that stone inscriptions dating back even to the 2nd century BC can be seen here. At Riddhi Vihara, which has a history of 2,200 years, impressive ivory carvings of the 18th century can be seen. The 5 maiden knot, Panchanari Gataya, other carvings, attractive moonstones, Sandakadapana, and door frames of wood are an index to the art gallery full of rare items. The Thampita Vihara, temple on pillars, is yet another cultural treasure of Wayamba. It is a temple that has been built by placing timber and planks on natural stones on a naturally occurring stone slab. The Kolombagama Thampita Vihara, temple on pillars, is yet another cultural treasure of Wayamba. The Dorabavila Thampita Vihara was built on pillars taller than those of the Kolombagama Thampita Vihara. A whole series of impressive paintings can be seen inside this Vihara. The Sigiriya Thampita Vihara is a massive temple built on pillars. It was constructed on planks placed upon tall stone pillars. The Budumuttawa temple, situated close to Nikavarattiya, belongs to the days of the Kandian kingdom. Ola leaf books containing the Tripitaka and ancient stone inscriptions can be seen here. Temples built on planks belong to the heritage of Wayamba, as much as the temples on pillars. This temple, erected fully upon planks, is situated at Bihalpola on the Narammala Kuliyapitiya road. The Padeniya Rajamahaviharaya, situated by the Kurunegala Nikavarattiya road, possesses a Buddha shrine room surrounded by 28 wooden pillars bearing impressive carvings. The special features here are a whole series of wood carvings that make you think of the wood carvings at Ambakke and the biggest door frame seen at any of the monasteries. These carvings belong to the days of the Kandian kingdom. It is at Padeniya that one can see the biggest library building. The sand table on which letters were written by children in terms of the ancient educational system can still be seen at this site. The temple at which the tooth relic had been placed in the days of the Dambadeniya kingdom in the 13th century is Vijaya Sundararama at Dambadeniya. King Vijayabahu of Dambadeniya constructed this temple after his own name. The remains of a protective roofed building to shelter the stupa can be found here. Many religious festivals are held in Wayamba. This is the Yapahua Perahera. Literature flourished during the days of the Dambadeni Kurunegala kingdom. The shrine of Vishnu at Kurunegala along the Ibbagamua Matale road is crowded with devotees seeking the protection of God Vishnu. Statues of Vishnu built of red sandalwood with a clay finish can be seen here. This is the Vilbhava Pattini Devala, where the cult of Pattini was practiced. Those who travel along the Nikambo Chilau road do not forget to worship at the Thanivalla Devala. The Munneswaram Kovil, located near Chilau, is crowded with Sinhalese and Tamil devotees seeking assistance. The main temple is dedicated to God Shiva. There are temples for other cults as well. The principal religious festival at this shrine is held annually in August on a lavish scale. When sacred veil carts travel along the road, both Buddhist and Hindu devotees join together. The Kali Kovil, dedicated to the cult of goddess Kali, receives the special attention of women devotees. The Hindu temple at Udappur, situated in the vicinity of the Puttalam lagoon, holds a breathtaking fire walking ceremony every August. This church was built by the Dutch at Kalpitia about 400 years ago. Widely known as the Dutch church, it has graves inside its premises. Churches where the dead are buried inside the church itself, and tombstones are placed, which are rare indeed. Outside the church too, there are graves. St. Anne's Church at Talavila has won the devotion and respect of devotees. Here, special festivals are held every March and July. The story of the origin of this church extends as far back as the days of Portuguese rule. In some places in Wayamba, old as well as modern mosques can be seen. The Dutch forts at Kalpitia, built by the Dutch who came to Sri Lanka about 400 years ago, attract both domestic and foreign visitors. The Dutch who came to Sri Lanka in 1630 held sway over some maritime areas in the western region. The canal they built is known as the Dutch Canal. This canal had been built for the purpose of transporting goods between Puttalam and Negombo. You come to the Panavitiya resting shed, Ambalama, when you turn from the Narammala Dambadeniya road. It is about 200 years old. This place, which has been built to enable travelers to rest, is indeed a work of art. The Karagahagedara Ambalama, it was built placing timber on stones that had been placed on a large stone slab to ensure the safety. Several streams, including the Dadur Oya, flow along, nourishing Wayamba. The ruins of the dam, Sukara Nijjara, built across the Dadur Oya by King Parakramabahu I about 900 years ago. The remains of Biso Kotua, an exquisite product of ancient irrigation technology, are found at Padavawa, built by King Parakramabahu I near Panduasnura. There are many such attractive lakes that are a part of the heritage of Wayamba. There are ancient tanks in Wayamba, built by kings, along with irrigation works constructed in recent times. This is the Rivi Bandialla irrigation system, built in 1942. One of them is the ceremony of boiling milk. Peasants, whose principal way of earning a livelihood is agriculture, perform this milk boiling ceremony to ensure bountiful harvests. The traditional paddy storing bin, which can still be seen in the houses of Wayamba peasants, is a symbol of fertility. When the fields of Wayamba produce the rice needed for the country, vegetables are produced on land. Vegetable products from Wayamba are now marketed island-wide. Wayamba supplies the market mangoes, papaw and melons, kaju from Puttalam, rambutans from Polgahavala. The animal farm and the training center at Nikavarattiya conducted by the Wayamba Provincial Council, render a valuable service by imparting knowledge about animal resources to the peasants. This training center has succeeded in making animal husbandry a form of popular self-employment in the rural sector. Young women who have obtained training produce curd and yogurt as their form of livelihood. The Wayamba Development Authority conducts a freshwater fish breeding center and a center for developing various forms of aquatic life. This center conducts research and distributes fingerlings. In consequence, freshwater fishing keeps on flourishing in the lakes and ponds of Wayamba. Freshwater fishing, in association with lakes, is not only a method of income generation, but also a project ensuring nourishment. Among the resources of Wayamba are a long shoreline and lagoon. As a result, sea fishing also flourishes in Wayamba. Prawn fishing along the Wayamba lagoons earn foreign exchange for the country. The coconut triangle of Sri Lanka also comes within Wayamba. Desiccated coconut is yet another source of foreign exchange earning in Wayamba. Coir produced in Wayamba fulfills local and foreign needs. Tiles from Wayamba are used in the roofing of buildings all over the island. Distributed island-wide, salt from Puttalam adds taste to food. Wayamba contributes towards the supply of cement needed for construction. Wayamba contributes towards the supply of asbestos roof and ceiling sheets the country needs today. Textiles are also produced in Wayamba's industrial cities. Plumbago from Wayamba is globally reputed. Over and above large-scale industries, such domestic cultivation as flower breeding is spreading fast in Wayamba. The Wayamba Provincial Council extends relief to those who cultivate flowers by providing guidance through the establishment of cooperative societies. Wayamba is well known for clay production. It markets attractive and strong clay products all over the island. Handloom textiles, popular among the new generation of this country and also among foreigners, are a popular industry in Wayamba. Handloom textiles in highly attractive patterns and designs are exhibited at showrooms along the main roads. State institutions as well as private sector distributors are engaged in the textile industry. Batiks created in Wayamba are successfully marketed both locally and abroad. The Wayamba Provincial Council maintains a showroom and an exhibition hall under the designation Viscam Nivasa, House of Wonderful Products, which display handicrafts and other creations of the region. Viscam Nivasa, which brings the creative skills of the area under focus, is quite popular among tourists. Forests, which possess valued plant resources and wildlife resources, are part of the Wayamba heritage. These forests contain resources that have existed for thousands of years. The forests of Wayamba extend up to the sanctuary at Vilpattu. Mangroves associated with lagoons are a very rare resource in the world. These can be seen along the shores of Wayamba. Those who go deep in the forests of Wayamba get the opportunity to observe very rare forms of wildlife. A website is now functioning about rare birds. The Wayamba Development Authority maintains a tourist information center for the benefit of both foreign and domestic tourists. This center, located in the city of Kurunegala itself, is immensely helpful to everyone touring the Wayamba region. Wayamba is popular among domestic as well as foreign tourists. Places and facilities attractive to tourists are becoming increasingly available in Wayamba. As a result, tourists roam along the seashore as well as inland. Wayamba is a veritable treasure trove for pilgrims, those who engage in educational tours, researchers, ecologists, and tourists, local and foreign. Wayamba, from a glorious past to a proud present, for a future full of new hope. Our best wishes to Wayamba.